Mrs. Polachek. I'm the principal at Jewish Academy of Orlando. Thank you so much for coming to today's story time. I brought my very close friend, Mac the Bee, with me today to enjoy our story called Skippy John Jones by Judy Schachner. If you don't already know about Skippy John, you are going to fall in love with him just as I have. Skippy John Jones by Judy Schachner. Every morning, Skippy John Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." "Mac, I hope that you don't bathe in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." "That's good." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, or a moose, or a goose, or a rat, or a bat. You need to think about what it means to be a Siamese cat." "Do you like cats?" "Me too." "And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. Why did she ask him to stay out of his closet? But once he was alone, Skippy John Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Woohoo! On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippy John Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" he shouted. "What was that?" Do you know what that was? Well, wait till you find out. So he went up again, and it happened. It appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Mac, do you know what a Chihuahua is? Is it a pig? Is it a flamingo? Is it a dog? You're right. Back on land, Skippy John Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippy John Jones began to sing in a wee soft voice. "My name is Scapito Fresquito, clap, clap. I'm not a single bandito, clap, clap. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo, clap, clap." Boys and girls, I hope you are clapping with me. Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippy John come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippy John wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. Uh-oh. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road, far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterious oso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba! Who goes there?" said Skippy John Jones. "We go by the name Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the little ones. "Who are you?" I am El Scapito, the great sword fighter, said Skippy John Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. Why the mosquito, dude? Asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito, said Skippy John Jones. Do you like rice and beans? Asked Pinto Lito. Mac, you like rice and beans? Yummy. I do too. See, I love mice and beans, said Skippito. He might be the dog of our dreams, said Rosalita. Perhaps, said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password. Do you know the secret password? Do you know the secret password? Let's find out. Leaning toward Don Diego, El Scapito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Achoo! Pichu! Then it's true, decreed Don Diego. Yip, yip, yippee-doo! It's the end of Alfredo Bazito! Scapito is here! We have nothing to fear! Adios to the bad Bombolito. Then all of the chimichangos went crazy, crazy loco! Don't be afraid, Mac. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Did you get that? Business? Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bombolito for Scapito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisper. Alfredo Bazito, whispered the crowd. El Blimpo, Bombolito, Bandito. See, said Poquito Tito. The bandito steals our frijoles. Not your beans, said Scapito, outraged. See, Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. Don't be scared. It's okay. ¿Por qué? Asked Scapito. Do you know what ¿por qué means? Yeah. Why? Because we are full of beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Do you know what that means in Spanish? I want beans. Huh? Asked Scapito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito, and you are the dog for the job. Me? Said Scapito. Then all of the chimichangos turned toward Scapito, the great sword fighter. Do you think that he's going to save the day? Do you think he's going to save the day? Let's find out. But poor Scapito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Scapito, or it is you, the bandito will eato, they cried. Scapito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like castanets. Then, in a wee, soft voice, he said, My name is Scapito. Fresquito, I fear that not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Scipito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. "Holy frijoles!" cried Scipito as he thrust his sword into the air. "Don't worry, it's almost over." Pop! Went the bandito, landing on Scipito's sword, and quicker than one could say Chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the bumblebee Ito Bandito. Do you have any beans inside of you, Mactabee? Oh, uh-oh. Look at all those beans. Then all the doggies burst into song. Boys and girls, are you ready to clap? Here we go. Yip, yippee, yippito. Our hero is El Scipito. Clap, clap. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. Clap, clap. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Scipito's room that Mama, Junebug Jones, and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to Kitty Boy's room. Bangito, Crashito, Papito, Scipito! Just in time to see Scipito's closet everywhere. Do you know what happened, Mactabee? Then out flew Candy, Beanbag Doggies, and the Kitty Boy with his birthday piñata on his head. "Skippy John Jones!" everyone cried. "Holy muchachitas," he said in a wee soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippy John and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. "What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs?" she scolded. Look how sweet Mommy is with him. Love. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippy John Jones began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippito Jones with the mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippito." "Muchachos, noches, mis amigos," said Skippy John Jones. And that is the story of Skippy John Jones. Did you enjoy the book, Mactabee? I'm so glad. I did too. And I'm so happy, boys and girls, that you are with me today to enjoy the story also. Until next time, have a good rest of your day.